There are three types of people in this world. Those that like to live in rural areas, those that like to live in cities, and those that love to live in suburban areas. To be honest, all areas are great, but there is something about living in nature, being able to breathe in that clean, fresh air. By the way, this is Parque Del Retiro. And then you get suburbs, a good middle point, not too far from the city if you need to go. Housing is more affordable, so you don't have to live in a shoebox. And there's also a lot of good amenities like good gyms and schools, etc. By the way, behind me, Barrio de las Letras. It's the area where a lot of famous Spanish writers used to live. Cool place. Also a very good social hub for meeting up with your friends. There's lots of bars and restaurants around here. Yeah, very nice. And then you get cities. They are a lot more crowded, a lot louder, and you live in an apartment a lot smaller than the other places. So why exactly would someone want to live here? By the way, this over here, Kilometer Cero in Puerta del Sol. It's the spot where all the Spanish radial roads started from. Fuencarral, Chueca, Palacio Cristal, Retiro, Atocha. Man, I love this park, Retiro. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of fun. Plaza Mayor, Calle, El Palacio Real, Gran Via, Madrid. Known for its bustling nightlife, Renaissance museums, great food, and of course, Real Madrid Football Club. So this place has been my home for the last 4 years, and to be honest, I'm really going to miss it. It was at this very bus stop that I first experienced the city centre about 4 years ago, and it looks like a normal bus stop. It's got seats, it's got shelter, but it's what happens when you turn around. You see that bad boy, which is Plaza de Cibeles. Yeah, what can I say? What a bus stop. Anyway, if you walk more in that direction over there, you end up with Gran Via, Banco de España. What am I? Let me show you. Sorry. So as I was saying, this is Gran Via, which the literal translation means the Great Way. Yeah, this is under construction, as most things in Madrid are at the moment. It is a very nice building. I've seen it probably for a couple months before it went under construction. But yeah, Gran Via, great place to go if you want to buy pretty much anything you want. Jewelry shops, clothing shops, food, restaurants, whatever. If you can't find it there, you're not going to find it. Side note, that's Banco de España. To be honest, I'm not sure if they make the money there or not. I don't think so, but it is the Bank of Spain according to its name. Walk up a little bit further and you end up over here. This is called Calle, and I'd like to think about it as Madrid's version of New York's Times Square. It's got all the bright billboards and advertisements over there. This is Cines Calle. It's the building in Spain where the first movie screening was played. If you walk in that direction past that big building, you'll end up in Sol. Over there is all the theaters, so that's kind of like Madrid's version of Broadway. And of course behind me is Gran Via. All of this to say that this is a place with a lot of energy. And that's what I think makes people attracted to city life. There is always something happening. It is inescapable. Protest, parades, cup celebrations, energy. Listen, I think the natural progression for liking a city is something like this. In your early years, you're not going to be too fond about living in a city. Living is relatively stressful, and honestly, playing outside is like the best thing ever. Then you enter your 20s, and all of a sudden, the city doesn't seem so bad. It becomes a great place to be meeting new people in many bars, restaurants, and have a lot of entertainment options. It's also a place you can come to earn some more money, as there are better positions in bigger cities. Living in a city can be summed up in pretty much 3 words: convenience, opportunity, fun. Naturally, you will get older, and there's a good chance your romantic relationship with city life will begin to fade. all that energy we were speaking about earlier becomes a little bit of a hindrance. It's loud, there's so much traffic, and you live in a small apartment, or you're spending an insane amount of money on rent, and if that's the case, good on you. You're living the dream, my friend. But it's around the age that you're interested in maybe getting a dog or extending your family with your partner that the suburb seems to be a nice place to be. I've called Madrid my home for the last 4 years, and I can honestly say that it's a place that caters to pretty much everybody. The posh, the hipsters, the football fanatic, and everything in between. I would say that when you travel and you live in a place, you accumulate a lot of knowledge about the cuisine, about the culture, about the people, but also about yourself. I came to Madrid without any family or friends, but it was this corner right over here where I felt that there was something important that was added into my life. You can live in the most exotic and luxurious places in the world, either rural, suburban, or city life, but it's the people. The people make the experience happen, but the place makes the experience possible. My advice is to keep traveling, keep growing. Gracias por todo, Madrid. Done.
Yeah.
So guys, final day in Madrid. It's been a wild one.